Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Good, finally, Friday afternoon, finally tracking some sunshine, but also some weekend showers ahead.
Disgraced former MSU Dr. Larry Nassar goes back in front of a judge why he wants his sexual assault trial to be pushed back until next year. But first, a Metro Detroit high school responds to allegations of hazing involving the football program. Thank you so much for joining us this noon on your Friday. This social media storm really overtook Dearborn all week. Rumors and even some tall stories grew out of posts having to do with the hazing incident at Dearborn-Fordson High School. Local 4's Rod Maloney tells us how the school district is handling the problem. Rod?
Well, it's the fall high school football season. There are the Friday night lights, the band, the cheerleaders, school camaraderie. But sometimes in schools, hazing comes along with that season. And in this particular case, the hazing got out of hand. Principal Hayam Al-Qadri put out this letter this week to parents confirming the rumored hazing incident as just that. She wrote, quote, "This type of behavior is unacceptable, in violation of policy, and will not be allowed at Fordson High School. Hazing is a form of bullying and can be considered harassment. The consequences for taking part in such activities can be severe and have legal implications as well. The individuals involved in this isolated incident have been identified and appropriate disciplinary measures have been taken," end quote. Superintendent Glenn Maleko addressed the social media rumors by saying in his statement, quote, "I can confirm that it was not an incident of rape. These were students involved in behaviors that we will not tolerate in this district. All responsible are being dealt with appropriately, and we've been in contact with the Dearborn police to determine if any further legal action will be taken," end quote. Principal Al-Qadri concluded by saying, quote, "On behalf of all students and staff members at Fordson, I extend our most sincere apologies to the victim of this rogue hazing incident," end quote. So the next question is what actually happens to these students? Do the Dearborn police make any arrests? Do they send it to the prosecutor's office for charges? We're still waiting to see. Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, thank you. The Oakland County Health Division is issuing a warning for a possible measles exposure for people that visited a restaurant in South Lyon. They're advising that anyone who has not been vaccinated and came to the Lucas, Coney Island, and South Lyon on September 29th between 11 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon to call a doctor if they have been experiencing skin rashes or other symptoms like coughing. If you do not visit or did not visit the restaurant during that time on that day, there is no need for concern. You are not at risk of exposure. New at noon, a Detroit police officer has been charged with stealing after an internal investigation by the Detroit Police Department. Michael Merritt is his name, and he was charged with theft from a motor vehicle and misconduct in office. Prosecutors are saying that he took a hydraulic jack and tools out of the back of a truck in the police parking lot and then drove his car over and put those items in the back seat. If found guilty, Merritt could face up to a decade in prison. He's been suspended without pay. Former MSU and USA Gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar went back in front of a judge in the Lansing area today. Nassar's attorney filed a motion to push back the start of the sexual assault trial in Ingham County to next year. The judge denied that motion, and jury selection is expected to begin in December. Attorneys wanted the trial to begin after Nassar was sentenced on federal child porn charges, which is set to happen on December 7th. Time now to check in with Brandon. Cloudy, foggy start, gloomy the last couple days. We could sure use some sunshine around here, Brandon.
And we're going to get it. We have been patient, and your patience will pay off. It's going to warm up accordingly as well. So under the clouds right now, it's lower 60s, even 58 up in Sandusky. But look out in Jackson, Lansing, 65 degrees, Howells up to 64. Baby steps. But comparing our temperatures today to yesterday at noon, we are about 10 degrees warmer in most spots, thanks to the lack of rain. It's been 2-3 days since we've seen the old sun. It is coming. 62 now with 65 degrees at 2 o'clock. And then that sunshine will really help us to get up to near 70 degrees through the afternoon. And things are looking good for your football games tonight as well. You can see the clouds. We're just peeling them back here from west to east, and that bright sunshine will help. It'll be a mix of sun and clouds through the mid and late afternoon, but some sun, good for the spirit. And temps are good for football tonight, sweatshirt weather. Rhonda, we have weekend rain and thunder to talk about.
Well, that's not good timing, Brandon. All right, we'll check in with you shortly. Meanwhile, a 49-year-old woman is in critical condition after a hit and run on Detroit's west side. We have learned that it happened around 2 o'clock in the morning on Wyoming near Chalfont. And that is when a driver of a white Dodge Journey hit the woman driving a Dodge pickup truck, forcing that vehicle to roll over. Crews on the scene had to use the jaws of life to rescue the woman from the vehicle. Once again, police are looking for that white Dodge Journey that took off. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detroit police. And a woman is now in custody this morning after crashing right into the back of a Detroit police cruiser. This happened early this morning on the city's west side, right at Joy Road near the Southfield Freeway. And police believe that the woman was under the influence of alcohol. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured. President Trump is set to address the nation about the United States strategy in Iran. The president is expected to announce whether or not he's going to be pulling his support from the Iran nuclear deal. The president will deliver his remarks at 12:45 this afternoon, and you can watch it live right here on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com. Local 4 News just getting started here on your Friday at noon. Still to come, a drunk driver hits a patrol car. What the driver told officers after they discovered the man's 4-year-old son was also in that car. And it is one of the largest drug busts of its kind in history. We'll tell you where police seized more than $15 million worth of fentanyl. And now new concerns in Northern California as crews search for survivors amid those raging wildfires that continue in the region.
A shocking and disturbing story about neighborhoods unwittingly harboring child sex trafficking in houses next door.
Just by looking, we did look normal, but there were a lot of signs.
A very powerful, poignant, and painful, raw conversation with Devon, who understands because she is a survivor. Today at 4 on First at 4, she actually shows us how to spot the house next door that looks normal, but is hiding a horrible secret.
Our client.
Oh, it is so devastating here. The death toll keeps rising in California because of these devastating wildfires that are still burning out of control. Now 31 people are confirmed dead, but that number is expected to rise significantly as fire officials begin returning to these completely decimated, burned out areas to search for 400 missing people. Gina Kim joins us from one of those neighborhoods in Glen Ellen with the very latest.
2 of the fires burning in Northern California merged into one overnight, bringing the total number of fires in the state to 21. As more than 8,000 firefighters entered day 6 of what is now considered one of the worst fire seasons in California's history, they're realizing just how much has been lost.
I didn't know what gone meant until I saw it. Like nothing left.
Fire Captain Chris Christensen is among the 18 first responders who lost their homes but kept working. In all, some 3,500 homes and buildings are gone, including wineries and farms critical to the area's economy.
I think there's a lot of small farmers out there who have invested their life savings, and it's for a lot of them it'll be gone.
Details are emerging about the fire's victims. A Navy fighter pilot veteran and his wife are among the more than 30 who've died. Most were senior citizens.
Some of these remains are actually intact bodies, much easier to identify, much easier to get things from. Some of them are merely ashes and bones, and we may never get truly confirmative identification on ashes.
Officials now have the grim task of searching for the 400 or so people still considered missing among the rubble.
Then we're sending in search and rescue teams, cadaver dogs, to go find people.
Today will be critical in the firefight. Winds are expected to pick back up tonight. Gina Kim, Local 4.
Just so devastating. Federal agents in Nebraska are investigating after a massive fentanyl bust inside of a train station. Undercover agents in Omaha, Nebraska stopped a suspected trafficker inside the Amtrak station there. They say that he was traveling with the fentanyl in a suitcase. Just touching a small trace could be deadly, and agents estimate just enough doses for almost every person in Nebraska is what he was carrying, and Ohio combined. Nearly 4.9 million people. So it was quite a successful bust. New video shows the moment when a wrong-way driver slams right into a police car.
She just hit me too. Get out of the car now!
Just moments earlier, another squad car camera shows that same driver crashing into another car. When officers got the driver out of his car, they found he had a loaded gun, and not to mention his 4-year-old son was in that vehicle as well. Police say that the driver had been drinking. He also apologized to the officer when he was finally removed from his car. He now faces child endangerment charges.
New at noon.
The story of Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall comes to the big screen this weekend. Your entire box office preview is coming up, and Brandon, your forecast sounds like it might be a movie weekend.
Could be at times, for sure, as we anticipate 70 today and tomorrow. A cold front is going to cause some trouble for your weekend. We'll track the changes coming up next.
Students are back in school and back on the field. A challenge for parents, what to pack for practice.
They cannot survive all day on pretzels and Gatorade.
From sports drinks to protein bars.
If you're going to be sweating for 90 minutes, you need to replace those lost electrolytes.
Experts say there's a real science to those after-school snacks.
And that's a really dangerous situation to then take that kid and put him out on the athletic field without any nutrition or hydration.
Tonight at 11, we're dishing up expert advice, the secret snacks that'll help fuel your student athlete and keep them safe.
Don't wait.
Welcome back, everybody. So I feel like earlier in the week, the forecast looked a little bit more favorable for the marathon, outdoor activities on Saturday. Just not looking that good anymore.
Well, you remembered where we live. If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes.
No.
If you like the weather, wait 10 minutes.
It's been downhill ever since.
Yeah, it's, you know, the wind will likely be a bigger problem than rain for runners, and it's not the worst weather that we've had. It certainly beats the hot, humid weather we've had in years past. That can be all kinds of trouble for the Free Press Marathon on Sunday. But in the meantime, gloomy downtown Detroit from our view in Windsor. Good afternoon, Canada. We have 62 degrees out at Metro Airport and south winds at 5. Trying to clear the clouds and bring these south winds into play to warm us up. And we think over the next couple of hours that will happen. 70 degrees with the breaks in the clouds coming from west to east. And as we go through the evening hours, things are looking pretty good. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies. Thicker cloud cover up north as we anticipate a wet scenario setting up even in our west, parts of our west and north zones early on Saturday. Most of us start tomorrow on the dry side. Friday night high school football, 7 o'clock kickoffs. We have sunset before 7. Days are getting shorter, but 60s, sweatshirt weather, dry conditions for heading out, whatever you have planned on your finally Friday evening. You see the clouds are thinning through parts of Washtenaw and Livingston County up into Genesee County, which is why we have slightly warmer temperatures to our west. And it's not going to be wall-to-wall sunshine, but a little bit of that vitamin D goes a long way. We'll take it and we'll enjoy it. This cold front, though, is coming at us and problematic in a couple of different ways. In the meantime, again, the winds aren't too bad. Just north of San Francisco, 2 different fires here that are burning up about 110,000 acres alone. Just these 2 fires north of San Francisco, and those are the ones that are creating all of the concern with fatalities, perhaps growing as an area of low pressure spinning over the high plains and high pressure south of that, so that squeezes the wind together and likely going to pick up at times throughout Saturday and maybe even Sunday. Ours are more cold front related winds coming late in the weekend. Not today. Again, overnight we're going to see some showers moving into our north zone. There's 10 a.m. and north of 8 Mile, we're going to see some showers in the morning, but a lot of it retreats farther north early on Sunday. Most of the activity will have already passed through for runners, but still a few showers between 7 and 9 a.m. and then those winds will really start to crank up. Tomorrow does look difficult just depending on where you are, especially our north zone along and north of M59 for best shower chances. And then midday Sunday, it's dry, Rhonda, just windy and looks nice next week.
Next week looks perfect. Well, there's a film in the box office of the early years of Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. Also, martial arts master Jackie Chan makes a return to the big screen this weekend, showing audiences a slightly different side of himself in The Foreigner. Let's get to Raphael Seth with your box office preview.
He's an old man running circles around the lot of us.
Jackie Chan has a very particular set of skills in The Foreigner. He's a lonely dad searching for answers after his only daughter is killed. But when Government Minister Pierce Brosnan gets dismissive, Chan taps into his past to get even. The Foreigner is rated R.
You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
Chadwick Boseman takes on another American legend in Marshall. The actor known for playing Jackie Robinson and James Brown in previous films now steps into the role of late Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. This film follows his early years working as a lawyer for the NAACP. Marshall is rated PG-13.
I've already lived through this day.
It's Groundhog Day for murder in Happy Death Day. This thriller centers on a college student killed on her birthday, but she keeps waking up from the dark nothing to relive her gory demise until she figures out who is the madman behind the mask. Happy Death Day is rated PG-13.
Shall we go for a walk?
Aren't you working?
It doesn't seem likely.
A walk in the woods creates a whole new world in Goodbye Christopher Robin. This is based on the creation of Winnie the Pooh. Donald Gleason plays A.A. Milne, a middling writer struggling with post-war trauma, so he forges a happy creation while playing with his son. Goodbye Christopher Robin is rated PG. That's the box office preview. Raphael Seth, Local 4.
A runner finishes a marathon despite suffering, believe it or not, a broken hip. How about that for no excuses? Now the two officers who made sure he got across the finish line are opening up about why they carried him for 2 miles. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we have a story for you. It wasn't the finish that this runner was hoping for, but thanks to a couple of officers, one runner was able to get across the finish line in a marathon, and he did it with a broken hip.
What? Edward Hensley woke up with minor pain, but still decided to run the Chicago Marathon. What he didn't know was that his hip was broken. After running 24 miles, he collapsed, and that's when the 2 Chicago cops came to his rescue.
Jokingly, I said, I wish I had a cane.
We all looked over, or one of us looked over. I'm like, folding chair. Every 100 yards or so, we would, fold it open and he would sit. And we just kept, seeing a point down the road saying, all right, we'll make it to there and we'll rest.
Incredible.
Detroit Marathon
He
Sunday.
ran 24 miles and it was broken.
Good luck, Jason, with your Achilles.
Good luck to everybody running on Sunday.